on this interview. Don't worry.
From the beginning?
Yes, we'll start all the way from the beginning, and I'll change it, all of it, so that it's easier for you. Is it okay?
Okay, I'm sorry, I didn't know you.
Okay, okay. No,
Just one take.
No, never mind. No, it's okay.
You want edit?
Yeah, we'll edit it. We'll edit it.
Okay.
Okay. Hi, welcome to the National Quiz Choice Online News. I'm with right now with sorry. One more time. Hi, welcome back to the National Quiz Choice. I'm with Juan Carlos, who's going to tell us more about his inspiration. Juan, tell us about your inspiration and lessons learned from the villages that you have visited and the pictures that you've taken, that you have actually tell the story about how life was and life is and probably could be for the people of Mexico, for you.
Okay, in Mexico we have very high differences between the classes, and this life is particularly very far away from our society in a city. So I went to this village and I found a particular way of life that if you get there, you are one of them. You are one of these people, and they are kind of you. I think that if they go to the city, no one will mind about it.
So people don't mind living simply every day.
No.
And in your code, you said here in this book, it says, "I am who I am, and you are who you are. We shall build a world where I can be without being me, and where you can be without being you, and where none of us force the other to be like me or like you," which is actually quoted by Raphael Sebastian, who is one of the great philosophers of all time. Can you tell us why do you choose this quote, and what inspired you?
Okay. In Mexico we have differences between Indian and non-Indian culture and ethnics. This is non-ethnic village, but there is a difference between their society and our society. This means that you have to be wherever you are to be. I don't know if I explain myself, but
so in other words, you adapt to a different culture, to a different situation.
Yes, you are unique in the world. So it doesn't matter where you are who you are.
Okay. So are there challenges, when you take these pictures of the villages and people and life itself in these remote areas? Did you actually have to obtain any licenses, permits, and how did you overcome these challenges as a photographer?
Well, there's a lot of challenges in the permission stuff, but I had lucky because if you go to these places where the ponds are blue lakes. I don't know if you saw the pictures. These blue ponds are protected by the nature security government, and you cannot pass through security without a very specific permission from biology or university study research something. The permissions are not allowed to commercials or the public or visitors, but the thing is that I came with a letter of the Mr. Ambassador Antonio Villegas, and I told them it's just an artwork. I want to show these nature marvels to another country. It's not for commercial purpose. So I took the pictures and they read the letter, and they gave me permission to get in, but it was like 12 days permission.
Oh, was that enough time for you to take pictures?
Yes.
Now, is there problems in Mexico like corruption and so on? You know, because it can be very difficult. You take pictures. Some of the security may ask you to make some form of payment or whatsoever. Are there such issues like that before?
Well, in this case, it's very difficult to find corruption because they know that these places are they're not valuable. So if you make a damage or harm the biosphere there, it's priceless. So there is not such corruption in this case, but yes, there are corruption in the authorities in Mexico.
Now, how important is this work for you? You know, this photography itself, the whole entire exhibition. Why do you do this? Why do you want to showcase to the world that this is what this town has to offer and the stories to tell?
Okay, there's a polarized thing here. This town, this village is it is extremely poor. They have homes, well, I know Singapore or the countries like China or India are older, but it's for Mexico is very old. To have a house from 1910, 1917. But they have homes, very old homes, made of adobe. And there is any streets, they have just dirt. And it's a contrast between the richness of that lakes, that ponds, the richness of the biology they have there.
So now, from your work, do you have any plans in the future to have a charity or a gala exhibition to help the people of Mexico?
Well, yes, but I wouldn't do a charity for Mexico. Is a very big country.
So what choice of charity would you contribute?
Yes, I would choose children with cancer. Yes.
And so now moving forward, Mexico as the hub, South America's hub for the arts, for mass communication. What do you see in the next 5 years? Do you see that you as a photographer, as well as you are a lecturer in the university, from what I understand, can Mexico able to contribute and become a center for everyone to come to a place where they can learn and invest and also enhance the teaching as well as knowledge base in the area of arts and communication?
Well, there is a lot to learn in Mexico, but well, we have good schools there, and if you go inside Mexico, I mean, not for the tourist places, you go inside Mexico, you can find warm people. They're very good people. We have very high standards in museums, like, but I think we have to improve better.
So for mass communications and the arts, is the Mexican government going to make more plans, to enhance the education program? Do you foresee it for the next 5 years?
Actually, no. The government that is going to take place these next 6 years is a very corrupt party, and I think they are not good for Mexico. They took out for the basics assignments and the basic school. They took out Mexican history. They took out culture. They are taking out all the budget for Mexican festivities and celebrations. No, I think is getting worse with that kind of government.
So, but do you foresee that the public sector as well as corporations, maybe even foreign investment, will be the key players that will come into Mexico to enhance these programs instead of the government?
Well, it could be a good idea.
Or even foundations, correct?
Yes, in private foundations without Mexican government, yes, maybe.
So now, what is your hopes and aspirations for the people of Mexico in the era of the arts and mass communications? What is your hope?
Okay, it's a hard question. I hope. Look, Mexican education is everything. Our people is mostly non-educated, so they consume everything they see on TV, and everything on TV is are TV shows with lies and murders. Well, they are shows, but they want to see that. They like to see death and destroying everything. So TV is killing our minds. They don't know because they are not well educated. They don't know it.
But what's the percentage of uneducated Mexicans?
I don't know exactly what is the percentage, but I know it's very high. It's very, very high, the percentage.
So if there's every 10 Mexicans, how many will be going to universities?
It could be maybe 4 or 5. No, I think 4 or 5 go to universities.
So now, let's come back to your art itself as a photographer and as a lecturer.
Okay.
You know, no doubt that there's some pessimism, you know, in what's happening in Mexico. But are you hopeful that with this art form, in the next 5 years, would you have plans to expand this program among your students as well as to the faculty? And what do they think? And how does your ambassador here in Singapore thinks?
Well, he is very grateful. He liked all the work, and for my students, my labor as a teacher in Mexico is to open the consciousness to a new level, to reach the power of being together and not individual at all. It's like the acceptance of the other, like I'm telling here.
Yes.
You are you, but I accept you like you. You don't have to be like me to be part of my group.
Mm-hmm.
So this is a part of integration I want to make, and I am not politic, and I can watch, I can tell something about politics, but my mission as a Mexican, not like a teacher, as a Mexican, is to improve our society, to push the under levels to grow.
Now, as a photographer and as well as a lecturer in the university, how are you going to manage to balance your time? And also, you spoke about consciousness. You know, how are you going to enable the students or empower the students? What kind of steps are you going to take to empower the students to come closer to their self-esteem and able to see that they are able to make a difference with their education and also with their ideas?
Well, The main problem is that they don't have money. So they say, okay, I'm finished the high school and then no college because I don't have money. And the public school is not, maybe it's not as good as another private school. But I make the information closer to them. So I can tell them about scholarships and how to study without money. I studied without much money. I was working at the same time I was studying, and there is nothing impossible. That is just get out of your house and start to work, and that's all.
Now, you spoke that they don't have enough money to get to where they want to be or they aspire to be. Do you find yourself as a lecturer at times that where you have to support some of these students as well, or do you help them financially for some of them?
Well, I cannot find the finance for myself right now, but I want to find a scholarship to make a PhD. Now I'm studying the master degree, and so if you see the consciousness inside the people, the young people in the high schools, they will have the knowledge to carry on and go on find something to do, something positive.
Are jobs hard to come by in Mexico, or are there plenty of jobs available in Mexico?
Well, right here we are in an economic recession, and we are not as bad as Europe. The last moments, Mexico gave 60,000 working visas to Spain, so there is available work. The thing is, now the new party is beginning to make changes in the working area, in the working law. I don't know if it's for good or for bad, but it seems not good.
Now, speaking about labor laws and also the current issues that's happening in Mexico, are you, for you as a photographer, what is your philosophy of art in photography to you, and why is it so important for you to carry on this cause?
Well, if I take a picture, it can tell more things that I could write or say. So a picture for me means the world as I see it, because the artifact is between my eye and the reality captures that moment. And so I can express myself with that image better than I could do it by writing or telling it.
Well, thank you, John Carlos, for joining us here at the National Critics' Choice and giving us some insights and as well as your perspective as a photographer.
Thank you very much.
And as a lecturer in Mexico. And once again, thank you for joining me here at the National Critics' Choice Online News. I'm Robin Steinberg. Have a good week ahead. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, that was good. It's very interesting and very sober news. Oh, 90 minutes.